What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Woods of PlayTimeCares.com, giving you a full NXT recap. NXT exclusively on the WWE Network. This is NXT 347, August 3rd, 2016. Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. Tom Phillips, Corey Graves are your commentators. They started off by letting you know that Bobby Roode would show up tonight. Then they started with the first of four matches. The first match was Hideo Itami versus Sean Maluta, the American Samoan. This match had a lot of potential to it. The crowd was definitely feeling Sean and Itami, but they really never got it to the next level in the match. They did several things that were really cool to each other, really damaging to each other, but it never really flowed over to the true energy of the NXT crowd. Hideo ended up ending the match with a running knee, and the match was solid too. You know, it was a good average match. You know, it was what you pretty much expected. They let you know that Asuka was going to be in action tonight. Then they gave a shout out to Banks and Steels for their official theme song, the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, New York 2 Giant. Then they showed 2 weeks ago that the Author of Pains attacked American Alpha, and the American Alpha still tried to fight him even though they got jumped from behind and lost the match in that American Alpha was drafted to SmackDown Live. And then they interviewed the Revival and was asking them if they scared being the top dogs, and they were like, no, we enjoy being the top dog, we earned it, we love it. TM6 One shows up and was like, hey, why don't you fight us? Let us get a chance at those titles. It was like, no, we the men. We determine who gets a citle and when to get a title shot. Y'all go to the back of the line. Well, Gargano and Ciampa shows up and it was like, y'all never beat us, so we should get a title shot. Then it was like, wait a minute, TM6 One just asked for a match. Sorry, boys, we got to face them tonight. Y'all two talk it out. And they left, you know, the Revival left and had them to talk each other out. Your second match of the night was Mojo Rawley versus Chris Atkins. Rawley started off really strong. The hype bro was full of energy. Bounced off the rope, shoulder tackle Atkins. Next thing you know, he's beat up. Samoa Joe attacks Atkins and Mojo and knock him out the ring and pretty much grabs the mic and is like, look, the general manager, William Regal, doesn't consult with me with challenges to my title, so I'm not going to consult with him when I'm causing mayhem in the ring. And Samoa Joe was starting to talk some more stuff. Mojo Rawley got up and attacked Samoa Joe and made Samoa Joe mad. So while the referees made Mojo walk on the ramp towards the back, Samoa Joe went and attacked him from the back and then threw on the submission hold and, you know, choked him out right there on the ramp. So that match actually was a 3 out of 5 because of the unexpected nature of what happened. That was really cool that Samoa Joe just came and messed up the entire match. Then they cut away to Bayley being interviewed about her having to reface Asuka. And Bayley was like, look, I'm a new person. You know, I've learned a lot since I've lost my belt to Asuka. I've had several matches since then. I've learned how to watch people and study people and adapt to the person. Asuka shows up and is like, hey, you think you can study and adapt to me? Come take a look at my next match. So Asuka just walked away. And Bayley was like, well, you know what I'm about to do. They threw another shout out to Neck Deep, the group Neck Deep, for their official song of NXT TakeOver 2 Brooklyn, New York. Their song called Serpents. Your third match would be Aaliyah versus Asuka. It was cool because Bayley came out and sat at the commentator's booth so she can watch Asuka match as Asuka requested her to do. And then both competitors came down, but Asuka got out the ring. She grabs a folding chair, places it at the front of the entrance ramp, and then motions to Bayley for her to come down and take a good look at her match. And of course the crowd like, ooh. So Bayley was like, all right. She gets up from the commentator booth, go down there, takes the chair, throw it and then stand closer to the ring. They start the match, and Asuka absolutely brutalizes Aaliyah. And everything that she does, she makes sure that she looks at Bailey, and she motions to Bailey. Everything that she does is to the point to where Asuka has Aaliyah beat by far, but she won't even allow the 3 count to happen. She pulls up Aaliyah at 2, which is offending Bailey. She's like, all right, she's done. Just go ahead and pin her. So Asuka finally decides to stop toying around with Aaliyah and put the Asuka lock on her. And Aaliyah taps out, and she doesn't let the lock go, which irritates Bailey again. And Bailey goes in the ring. Then Asuka lets Aaliyah go, grabs the belt, and put it in Bailey's face while Bailey is actually attending to Aaliyah. Then, that match was a 3 out of 5. That was definitely the best match of the night. Actually, the best match out of the 4 matches. Number 3, definitely the best out of all 4. Then they did a last month recap of Ty Dillinger losing to Larkin, and they showed the interview afterward where Larkin was like, "Hey, look, I don't care if y'all call it an upset. I call it a win." And I know I'm going to have to keep improving to beat the talent here in NXT. So I'm going to have to go back to my roots so I can make sure I get better. So I'm looking forward to see exactly what he means by that. Then they cut away and showed that Ember Moon will be coming to NXT on August 20th, 2016. Kept showing that promo. It's finally time for Bobby Roode to make his way to the ring. You know, Bobby Roode, one of the more sought-after free agents, another person from NXT that has TNA roots, slowly but surely choking the life out of TNA. Bobby Roode comes to the ring, say that he was at NXT TakeOver Dallas, and if anybody wants to convert any person that's into wrestling over to an NXT fan, have them watch NXT TakeOver Dallas. It was an excellent show, with the exception of a couple of matches. Baron Corbin and Austin Aries, that match was kind of weak. But, outside of that, it was some really good matches, a really good atmosphere for a WrestleMania weekend. But Bobby Roode said that it was indescribable, the emotions and the thoughts and the feelings that he had being there front row for NXT TakeOver Dallas. And says that he's now here. And I'm like, man, Bobby Roode is actually being the face right now. He's being the good guy. Then he kept talking, and he was like, look, I came here because I'm about to bring NXT to the next level. I don't want you country bumpkins watching me. I want real decent people in these seats. I want presidents and vice presidents and businessmen. I want a high quality of person watching me, not y'all jean-wearing people. And he just went completely what you expect, Bobby Roode. He went complete heel, and he said that he's at the helm of the new NXT. So he feels as though he's going to be the person that lead NXT to the next level. And then after he left the ring, and to a smattering of boos, they announced that they will have a contract signing between Asuka and Bailey next week for the Women's Championship for NXT TakeOver Dallas 2. Your fourth and final match was TM6 One versus the Revival. Match started off real slow. TM6 One, they started off with a whole bunch of arm bars and arm drags and whatnot. And then I believe it was Dash. He was able to tag Dawson. Dawson came in there with a lot of fire. And, he got the crowd a little bit more into it. But they weren't able to maintain it, really. TM6 One, if you've seen some of my previous videos, I said they're a lot better when they do a whole bunch of tag team tandem moves. And they didn't really do that in this match. They were really... the Revival actually was the tag team that actually utilized each other more. The match ended when one of the Revival were running around the ring with one of the people from TM6 One chasing him. You had one of the members of the Revival standing in the ring. The other member of the Revival slides underneath the ropes. And here, the other person from TM61 didn't even pay attention to the guy standing in the ring. He comes underneath that bottom rope, goes right into a DDT. Boom, that's a wrap. The Revival gets the 3 count, they win it. They get on the mic and they start talking about all of the tag teams that they've beaten. Hey, we've beaten American Alpha. Look where they at. We've beaten Enzo Acaz. They just start naming all the tag teams that they beat. Of course, that's going to send out Gargano and Ciampa. And they was like, look, y'all haven't beat us. What's up? Let's go ahead and give us that title shot. Y'all haven't beat us. And the Revival like, man, look, y'all don't even deserve to be in this ring with us. Then they act like they were about to leave out the ring and try to do a sneak attack on, GNC, Gargano and Ciampa. And they saw it coming a mile away, and then they ended up beating up both of the Revival and holding the tag team titles up with the crowd just going nuts. So that match was actually a strong 2. It was a good average match. It's what you kind of expected. Hey, subscribe to PlayTimeCares.com. I do more than wrestling recaps. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Playtime Cares. Subscribe to me on all social media. I'm Playtime Cares. Hey, Playtime out. Go to PlayTimeCares.com. I do more than just wrestling recaps. Follow my YouTube channel. Follow me all on social media. It's always Playtime Cares.